Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be reviewing your Minecraft builds. Yes, subscribers of this channel will be touring Whispercraft Season 3, which is our vanilla Bedrock Edition fan server. Season 3 lasted for about 1.5 years and is home to hundreds of amazing and talented players. We'll be seeing dozens of beautiful bases, intricate landscapes, detailed buildings, contraptions, and good memories. The Whispercraft members are honestly amazing, and I'd like to honor all of their hard work in today's video, so be sure to let us know who your favorite base is down in the comment section, and just share some love for all of the Whispercraft members. They spent hundreds of hours on the server pouring their hearts into these builds, and honestly, I just love the Whispercraft group so much. They are honestly just the best. So of course, there's also a download link for this server down in the description of the video. You can download this, play on it, explore, poke around, or blow everything up if you want to. And if you want to learn how to join Whispercraft Season 4 or Season 5, then of course check out the description as well for a video that tells you everything you need to know. Future Silent here, telling you that this world is mind-boggling and there are some incredible builds that you will enjoy, so you may as well just leave a like right now and possibly consider subscribing as well for more videos like this, because that's just how much you're going to enjoy today's builds. So let's start off with World Spawn. World Spawn was built by our build team, and it is a 400 block long expanse of medieval city. This thing is just utterly insane. It still blows my mind to this day, and every single building that you can see is fully decorated inside and out. Yes, every single one of these has interiors. There are dozens of secrets and Easter eggs all around Spawn, including a scavenger hunt. There are ships and just all kinds of things. If you can imagine it in a city, this build has it. World Spawn is the only thing on the server that was built in creative. We imported it, and then the rest of the season is pure survival and vanilla for the rest of the members to enjoy. An absolutely huge thank you to all of our build team members for putting this together. This is the first ever project that they did, and to date it is still the largest one and the most insane. It's just crazy. So massive thank you to our build team members in no particular order. We got Epic, Jinzu, Sarita, Rumbly, Glosk, Levy McGarden, and Seb as well. You're all just utterly insane, and this build is still magnificent. My favorite part about any season of Whispercraft is our seasonally tradition of the sign wall. Every member of the server gets a sign, they can put their name on it, and then we just have kind of like a history of who has played on the server. As you can see, each one of these is a different player. We got so many bases to go look at. Moving into the Nether, we have the Nether Hub. We did a build competition to see who could design the best Nether Hub, and this one is from Rogue Siren. So they put forward the design, and then everybody got together in survival to gather up all the resources and put this thing together. And honestly, it looks so cool. All of the tunnels also have like different designs as well. It's a multi-layer hub with ice highways. Just from looking at this wall right here, you can see the talent when it comes to banner design and also map arts as well. Just from looking around the hub, I got 7 different map arts. These are full-scale maps that we're gonna possibly find throughout the world. So of course we got Upwards, we got the Starry Night one, which just looks so cool. We have the Giraffe group, we got Solder, Blocks Against Humanity. This one is kind of like a newspaper, and then we got Redstone as well. So this is not even all the map arts of the server. There's more. And this is the gaming district, where anyone can come over here and build a game, and then anyone on the server can play it. There's some pretty awesome looking builds over here. There's also the huge and chaotic shopping district as well. If you can imagine it, it is being sold and somebody wants your diamonds or whatever you are willing to part with. This area has so many different unique builds in it, and shopping districts are one of my favorite parts of public servers because you just get to see all these different kinds of creative outlets mash into one huge conglomeration of just like what is even happening. We also got the Community Guardian farm. This is one of my designs that they decorated the entirety of around it. So of course we got a Gordy up here. I have literally no idea how they captured him, and a Pico up here as well. This is another community build where everyone got together to chip in resources and design, and of course it took tons and tons of time because this thing is huge, and I think you can probably tell what we're standing in right now. So as you can see, the outside of it is a huge guardian, and it's like nearly a perfect sphere as well. Looks so good. I love this dude so much. So now is where we get to some of the personal bases of the server, and advance apologies for miscrediting anything. A lot of these bases might not have signs on them, so if I say it's from the wrong person or if I just don't know who it is, I'm sorry. Since we're already next to the guardian farm, let's check out this base right here from Pizza Kitten. Honestly, I've always wanted to build something like this where you got a shipwreck going through like a super tall mountain, and it just makes you wonder, how did it get up here? We also have this beautiful, like, modern industrial city from Pizza and Zav as well. This thing has so much to see. We got a crane and a shipping barge, several different factories around, a helicopter, a flight pad with like a whole plane on it, villager trading hall, and honestly, I just love all of the aesthetics of it too. Like, that's an aqueduct probably for moving farm items. There is a lot to see around here. There is a lot of details everywhere. Honestly though, like, the granite and the bricks works super well in contrast with the grays. Really, really good build palette. I'm super scared of granite and I don't like it, but this is done very, very well. And this is Kolb's base. We got the underwater dome, and I'm not sure if this right here is part of it, but I imagine so. We got some like oil rig things. Oh no! It's got like a fish whale shark. Oh no, that's so sad. I'm sorry for you, fish whale shark. But yeah, let's check out this underwater dome. This is actually a pretty cool thing, not gonna lie. So not only does it have a cool airlock, there's also like a dozen red and brown mushrooms down here. That is some dedication to get these guys. You gotta get these guys from lightning, and then you brought them like under an ocean somehow. Either way, I really like this place, and the custom tree is a nice touch too. I thought this was black concrete, but this ominous black pyramid is entirely made out of obsidian, and I'm really curious of what's in here. We can just go down the center. Oh, weird. It's got like interesting catacombs in it. This is such a strange build. What even is this? Whispercraft lives on like a 12 chunk render distance, but once you crank it up, you can just see like base after base after base after base. Everywhere that I go, I keep seeing way more things that I want to check out. It's like, oh, I want to go over there, and I want to check out that thing. I want to go over there. There's so much cool stuff. There's also this absolutely huge modern mansion, and this thing is beautiful. I actually do not know whose this is. I can't find a sign or coordinates or a nether portal or anything, but this thing looks so good from the outside, and it appears to be fully finished on the inside as well. There is so much going on inside here. Farms and decorations. There's even like a yacht out on the backside of it. I mean, look at this yacht. This thing is really good, and it's even got a hot tub on the front of it as well. Like, this person is living their prime life. This is Casper's base. Nice medieval architecture, good detailing on the walls. I really like these towers as well. I really like this section over here too. Nice terraces, good shrubbery. Overall, very chill. This is Legend's base. As you can see, it's got 2 awesome airfields, a jet, 3 hangar bays, or whatever they're called, and then it's also got 2 attack helicopters up here, and one of them towers. Overall, this place is pretty awesome, and I love the variety of aircraft that we got on this server. Like, these things are so detailed. They look amazing. By the way, I found another map here. You know what it is? Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and hurt you. We gotta find where this is built on the server. Like, someone actually built this in survival. This is crazy. This base from Cherry Norris is possibly one of the biggest flexes on the entire server, but do not let the outside of it fool you or deceive you, because there's this pretty epic hole in the ground over here, and if we fly down in here, you can see that there is a huge cavern mined out, and on the walls of this cavern is just an amazingly large flex. Look how many diamond blocks that is. Gotta be at least like 3-4 stacks. And there's a full diamond beacon down here in the floor as well. So just absolutely flexing to the maximum. Keep in mind, this is all vanilla survival, so Cherry had to earn or mine every single one of those. And then the opposite side has emeralds as well. This place isn't finished, but it still is super impressive. This is Hoodie Guy's farming area. I like how square and modular it is. It makes it super easy to just slot in new farms. And as you can see, there's actually quite a few things fit within these various squares, and that is a huge mountain pumpkin farm. I like the aesthetics of it as well. Very pleasing to the eye, but also very functional as well. This is Jam on Some Toast's starter base, a nice desert oasis with a cute little desert house, and in here is something really, really cool that I think you can all appreciate. It's a dragon rug. Look how cool this thing is. Dragon head, buttons for the spine, and the whole wings and everything. Like, I'm totally stealing this. You're gonna see this in the next season of Truly Bedrock at some point. It's just so clever and cool, and I love it. Like, it's just great. Another mega base is Obi's volcano, and this thing is quite incredible as well. As you can see from the outside, it is a huge thing. On the inside, it is dark and evil with the nice central ring going around it. And going further down, we have, you guessed it, even more flexes on the server. So if we hop all the way down, you'll notice that there is a hole to the void as like the main attraction of the storage room. Because having an awesome storage room like this isn't good enough. You gotta have a hole to the void. And the nether tunnel here is also basically pure void ceiling as well. Like, this man likes breaking the bedrock, and it's just quite ridiculous. Of course, there's also... yeah, are we surprised there's also a diamond beacon? I feel like that's a necessity. Does everyone on this server just have a diamond beacon? The aesthetics of this place are actually really pleasing. Like, it's just a really nice space to walk around. The grays and the greens along with the orange highlights all work very well together. And I swear there's like at least 7 patches of diamond blocks that I've seen around this base. So the subtle flexes really do help keep you on your toes as well. I found a very, very, very long road. This is on 60 chunk render distance. It is over 1,000 blocks long. Wow, that is, what is it? Don't tell me this is concrete. Tell me this is not concrete. This is entirely made out of concrete. It's a good thing they built this in a desert, but wow, 1,000 block long of concrete. Where's the plane? Is this the plane? This is the plane. Wow, and that's a bread. That's a solid bread. I like that. Whose base is this? Okay, we got tanks as well. So it's not just for planes, it's for tanks. Sadly, I do not know whose this is. I don't see any signs anywhere. The nether portal doesn't have a sign on it, but like, it's amazing. 1,000 block long road. That takes some serious dedication. Jeez, it just goes. And then we got Insura's base. This thing is a large scale on another level with a full diamond beacon to top it all off. And of course, this is just one of 3 areas. We also have this cool like Coliseum area over here to hide the squid farm. And of course, a floating mob farming area as well. Large scale is 100% Insura's deal. And of course, a cool spiral tunnel to finish it off as well. We have another partially finished base from Hoodie Guy, this one with another amazing flex underneath it. So you can see we got some pretty awesome custom trees over here with the bases of several others installed. I really like the idea behind how this is done. Like, you build up the trunk first, you get an awesome shape out of that, and then you go through later and you add on the branches and these lightings and stuff. That is such a cool idea. It really helps you get a vision of what this whole area would have looked like when it was completed. And of course, for the huge flex of it, we got one of these cool little TNT doors. And if we drop down to the bottom, you can get dropped into this huge array of nether block lights with dragon heads and elytras surrounding you. This is why the end dimension was always massively explored. Look how many elytras are in here. And then, of course, the back pile as well, with all of the riches from an entire season. This is a very picturesque and just really nice tree stump built by Grumbly. I can only imagine how long this took to build. Next up, we have Sarita's base, which you have to check out starting in the nether due to this beautiful nether tunnel. I mean, just look at this. It's got an awesome starry night effect, kind of like warp speed as you fly down it with the black concrete and the end rods. I've never seen something like this done before. It looks so cool. So that nether tunnel brings you out at this village, which leads me to believe that this dragon is possibly, probably, perhaps Sarita's, and it just looks so cool. It's not quite finished, as you can tell from the scaffolding around it, but honestly, that just kind of adds to like the atmosphere of it. This build is absolutely huge. It is miraculous, and it's got so much detail for it. Like, the scale really does this build justice. I really, really like it a lot. Extra props on creating these dark black maps to blend in with the black concrete around it. It hides all these doorways, but you can still walk through it, and these are indeed pitch black maps. Hands down, one of the biggest, best, most detailed, awe-inspiring bases on Whispercraft Season 3 is the Titan's Rest by Masshio. Again, one of our build team members, and you can see why. This place is detailed to the maximum. There are secrets absolutely everywhere, and it is just absolutely huge as well. Masshio actually made his own little cinematic trailer specifically for this build, and I would highly recommend that you watch that because it is so well put together. This base also comes with multiple lore books as well that you can find from exploring this huge park-like area. There is just an insane amount of detail packed into this build. And you thought he stopped above ground. No, 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 no. There is an entire underground custom-built cave system with the true biggest flex on the server, a 100% survival full netherite beacon. We protected this thing with barrier blocks because that's how much time he put into it. Like, it's full netherite. It's true full netherite and survival. Yeah, Masshio is a true mad lad. And look, there's even lodestones. Don't worry, I repaired it. Don't sue me. This place is truly amazing. Exploring around here in survival, looking up at all these beautiful glowing crystals, all the foliage, the water, all the details. Like, this took so long to build, and it is just absolutely incredible. You can tell how much heart and soul was poured into this project. It is just insane. There's even interiors and throne rooms as well. Like, the details are never ending. We could literally make the entire world tour just on this one base alone. Oh my god, there's even lower caverns as well. Like, what? You could literally explore this for a lifetime. There is so much to see. How did this man build all of this? Jeez, literally everywhere you look, there's just infinite detail. Aha, I found the map arts, and these are built by Masshio and Levi as well. He did all these map arts and that entire base in one season. Oh, we got the nether reactor core? That's pretty sweet. What's this one over here? It looks like it's the same thing. Oh, it's like two different types of it. Oh, rips. They built it twice. Oh, that is some dedication. Wow. And then, of course, we got the never gonna give you up. And here's the solder map art as well. As you can see, all these things were actually built on the server. They weren't like imported or anything. And not only did they build this once, they built it twice for their actual base as well. This thing is huge. Look at this. And it's got two giant holes going down on either side of it. And this one over here is like corrupted. This looks amazing. Look at this block palette and gradient on the walls. That is so cool. Great use of the glazed terracotta. Wow, this is so awesome looking. It connects on either side as well. That's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Their nether tunnel is also equally impressive as well. It spans the 2 layers of the nether hub. And of course, these solder members are Real KH Fan, Emerald's Tech, and Joy Hatake as well. Amazing work. Seriously, a super impressive base. This is another unnamed base, but it's also just like really cool looking. It's like futuristic and just pretty sweet. I don't really know what these things are, but they look really cool. Next up is Asuka's base, which I believe might be partially shared with Savage Unknown because there is 2 mailboxes here. Either way, check out their own personal little nether tunnel / hub. This place is so cool, and it gives you a feel for the atmosphere of the main base. So the main base was going to be a lot larger, as you can tell from the mined out areas around it, and I'm really curious as to what the final product would have looked like. But as you can see, a lot of effort was put into the foundations of it, and it was going to be a pretty massive. as you can tell from the edging that they've done, and from the sheer amount of mining that's happened on the edges as well. These go all the way down to Bedrock and quite a few areas. So I'm really curious what the final vision for this was. I bet it would have been amazing. Here's a pretty cool little castle from Galaxy Dragon. I really like castles, and this one is a pretty good small scale one. I like the detailings of it, I like the symmetry, and it just looks pretty solid. This base is from Henny McCluck, and it is a huge irradiated wasteland with a massive meteorite smashing into it. As you can tell, there is lava and stuff absolutely everywhere. And in the middle of this whole area is a pristine glass dome protecting a huge castle with nice foliage and everything in there, protecting it from the radiation of the outside world. Overall, a really cool base premise. I love all of the burnt trees and the lava and the fire, along with the ruined builds. It just looks great. Yo, here's the Starry Night map art. Look how intricate that is, just to get one map. This is so much work. And if we open this up, you can see that it is indeed the final picture. That is so cool. That's such a nice map art. I was looking at it sideways that whole time, but it doesn't take away from the point that it's so cool looking, and this was built by Ross. And there's another one over here as well that I haven't seen or collected yet. I'm trying to collect them all. As you can see, Whispercraft members really enjoy their map arts. This Prismarine Castle was built by Amraze, another one of our build team members, and there is so much to see here, but I think the main attraction is probably this main central hole with another flex of diamonds going all the way down and around, and with a beautiful pattern in the floor as well. This base is from Zcat, and it's based off the game Celeste. It's a huge pair of double mountains with some creepy things included here and there, an active avalanche on the side, and of course little cities and just various details all around the place. It's honestly really well done, and it's a pretty great replication of the game Celeste. I don't know whose this is either, but it's a really nice castle with a great color palette and build palette. It's not quite entirely finished, but like the cliff sides and the bridges and everything, it's just really well constructed. Not to mention, like, this owl on the front is just really, really good. I like this thing a lot. We got 3 more map arts in this area as well, including this one, which I have not seen around the server yet, and it looks pretty cool. That's a pretty solid pick step. Next up is the Upsillion Savannah Research Station, owned by Zach, Rich, Glosk, and Rogue Siren, and this place is a pretty sprawling expanse. It's kind of like a maze down here, and there is a lot of different places to go. I'm pretty sure there's also like a really awesome parkour course down here. This place, it truly is a maze. It starts at the top and goes down and winds around with a really intricate cave system. And then out here on the surface is a villager ghast. It's horrifying. Here's a smaller base from the Deadly Ray. I really like how, like, pruned and nice and clean the whole thing is. It's just pretty sweet going all the way around. We're now under the surface of the main tower, and the modern interiors are just being excellent all around. Like, the honeycomb and the quartz all works really well together. And then there's even a couple more layers below this one too, such as the armory. And of course, it being Whispercraft, there's a quad diamond beacon. Okay, you know what? I swear, everyone on the server is just trying to flex harder than everyone else. Like, geez. A quad diamond? I mean, come on. This is only like the 5th full diamond beacon that we've seen, but a quad diamond? Jeez, get out of here. Another mega base of the server is Blue Blades, another group on the server with Tranker, Obi, Lean Blue Bean, Mr. Matt Ranger, and King Laser as well. So there are several major groups on the server, and Blue Blades, I believe, is one of the bigger ones. And of course, they have themselves a mega base to go along with it. So we have to fly pretty far away from this thing, actually over to their perimeter, in order to even get a good view of it. As you can see, it's basically a giant shoe. It actually looks really awesome, though. Overall, they got some pretty solid branding on the side of the building even, and if we go through onto the inside, you can see that there is a variety of different rooms, massive storage system for literally all the things that you can need, and oh my god, jeez. Everywhere on the server is just massive piles of diamond blocks. Oh jeez. That's gotta be at least a 6 beacon worth of diamonds. I mean, everyone on the server is just flexing. This is the flexiest server that you will ever see, I swear. GG's though, like that's gotta be more than anyone else so far. We also got several end bases as well, such as Joe Mama's over here, which is not the actual owner of this, but it's just a meme, and there is not a full diamond beacon, which I'm fully disappointed in. Now, this over here is Optimus Prime's base, and honestly, it's just a pretty cool little fishbowl kind of design. They installed these walls on purpose, because they knew that was going to happen. That's happened more than once. Anyway, as you can see, they actually brought wildlife from the overworld to this pond. So we got a ton of tropical fish. We got a whole bunch of turtles in here as well. And honestly, this is just a really cute little fishing shack. This must have taken so much effort. Imagine trying to flood this. But I gotta say, it's a pretty nice casual place. And then we got the main obsidian base here in the end dimension with a 500 block diameter circle going around the edges. And this is kind of like a space station, of course, with some barges full of diamonds on them. Utterly ridiculous, but really cool aesthetic. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome main hall. Look at the details on this place. The patterns are amazing as well. This is a really cool build. I really like this. We also have Void Challenges, a dropper style game with an actual real hole to the void. This was built by Pizza Kitten, Masshio, and Obi. And as you can see, it does legitimately go down to the void. They broke the bedrock and everything. And I'm kind of curious how exactly... Oh, there's 41 diamonds in there. Okay. Well, I don't need to pay for it. Okay, here goes nothing. So you gotta activate as much string as you can and survive! Where do you land? That was dangerous. I did not survive that at all. So you're supposed to fall down all of that and then land on these trapdoors? How are you supposed to activate that last one? I guess that's to detect if you died or not. That's ridiculous. Jeez. And then they built another hole to the void over here. These mad lads. And of course, there's also the Whispercraft Map Museum as well. A collection of almost every single map on the server. As you can see, we got a full map of the entire server. You can even spot solder up there. And the other map arts around the server as well. Like, you can see a lot from the air. And then over here, you got a bunch of the different maps that I've been collecting throughout the video. And, of course, a bunch of the base maps as well. So, like, there's Amray's bases. And then we got Masshio's base. And you kind of get the idea. Pretty much everyone who's made a map of their base has contributed to the museum. And then if we fly over to the other side of the museum, we got the public facilities, districts, farms, mining areas, etc. So if you want to get a full idea of like the scale of the server, this is a pretty good place to see it. And for reference, here is Spawn. So when looking at some of these other builds, that can give you a sense of scale. It is a little bit ridiculous. So as you can see, there are a great many great bases on the server, great builds, fun times, and so many shenanigans. There are just so many good things to see, and I try to include as many as I possibly could. But if you want to explore this world, again, the link is down in the description of the video for you to be able to download it. Please don't steal anything from it. These people worked very hard on all of this. And, of course, if you want to join Whispercraft, check out the link in the iCards, and you might happen to get featured in one of these future videos. Whispercraft Season 5 will be starting soon, so now is kind of like the prime time to hop on into it and get yourself some builds on the server. Again, another huge thank you to everyone who played on Whispercraft Season 3. You guys helped make it one of the best seasons of Whispercraft yet. Another huge thank you to our build team as well for putting together the entirety of the world spawn in record time, and of course to our mod and admin teams for helping run the entire season, keep all the griefers and the trolls and the stealers out, and overall just make things run super smoothly. If you guys did enjoy today's video, then of course leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys down in the comment section. Have yourself a great day, and then there was silence.